What we feel we've created at Facebook is a blank piece of paper on which people can paint their own stories. And a lot of the time the stories they paint are about their family, their friends. It's very personal and very local. Sometimes they paint stories of momentous events happening in their country, as happened in Tunisia. And for us, we feel honored that we can be a platform that is so useful to people. We recognize that it's individuals out there who make political decisions. Facebook is not a political actor. We don't have a political viewpoint. We create a space in which people can discuss their own political viewpoints. We started to get reports through to say that things were happening in Tunisia that were interesting. And the way that happens is over the years, we've built up a network of contacts through events like this, fantastic internet community events that happen around the world. And through that, we can build up a network of people typically working in civil society organizations who will give us that local information we need to make decisions. It means that words that otherwise wouldn't mean things to people outside, like Sidi Bouzid, are understood by the staff who are looking at the content. It means that when, for example, there is an attack on Facebook accounts, as there appeared to be in Tunisia, we understand that this is not normal hacking, that there may be something else going on, and we can take special measures. So it's that very valuable information that allows us not to change our rules, we apply our rules consistently, but to give priority and take special measures where something in particular is happening. We have a commercial model, and we're very upfront about that. The commercial model is that the service is free for people to use and supported by advertising. It actually costs quite a lot of money to deliver the service, so all the millions of people in Tunisia who access the Facebook service, that costs us money to have those servers running, store the data, transmit it. And advertising, it seems to us, is the best way to pay for that, because it does mean that anybody in Tunisia can sign up for the service without the barrier of having to put in financial details and start paying a subscription. They just sign up to Facebook. And in return, they get some advertising. We think most people do accept that as a pretty good model. I mean, Facebook's been very public in terms of our position, and indeed it's been on our website for some time that there are circumstances where we are required to comply with lawful requests. And that can be in a number of different countries where the law requires any internet service operator, indeed any telephone operator, anybody else, to do certain things and disclose data in certain circumstances. So where the law has that requirement, Facebook, like any other company, has to have a process for complying with it. What we would say to give our users assurance is that we look at all those requests carefully. We only meet those requests if they hit our standards, and our standards are that there must be a proper lawful authority. It must be targeted, so no blanket requests. It must be targeted, particular data, and it must be related to a particular investigation. But we are very clear that we're not the government. It's governments who make rules like this, governments who have to make those decisions, hopefully in an open and transparent way where the people of that country debate what the limits should be for government power. But if the people of the country have debated those limits and come to a settled view that says, effectively the people are authorizing the government to do certain things on their behalf for their security, we don't see it as Facebook's place to contradict that or interfere with that. And those mechanisms do exist. So in the United Kingdom, we've just had a debate over a piece of law that the government proposed. The piece of law said that the government was going to ask all internet companies to retain a certain amount of data so they could get hold of it for criminal investigations. In the end, one of the parties in government decided not to back the legal proposal. That's the right kind of corrective mechanism in a democracy, that the political parties speak to the people and take instruction from the people as to what they accept.